we have Marie-Véronique Bourque. She's an extremely talented jazz musician and artist from here in Saskatchewan. Welcome, MV. Nice to have you on Talk of the Town again.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Jill.
Now, the last time you were here was a little while ago, so it's great to have you back. And I thought perhaps we would reintroduce to our viewers a little bit about your background as an artist. Can you tell us a bit about your experience growing up and becoming a musician for full time?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a musician from Quebec City. So I started on violin when I was 4 years old, then learned a little bit of piano, and started flute when I was in grade 3.
Wow.
Took classical lessons for years, graduated from the Conservatory of Music with my first prize in Quebec City. And then auditions for the RCMP band. Oh. Won the audition, did my training with the RCMP, came back, started with the band, and the band was disbanded with the budget cuts right after. So I ended up staying with the RCMP, but played music in and out, depending on the different opportunities that I had. And I moved to Regina, Saskatchewan in 2006.
Wonderful.
And auditioned for the Regina Symphony.
Wow.
And was hired as a utility player. And so it was just so great to be back at music. And I played with the Quartertones Flute Ensemble also. And what happened after that is that I met Maurice Drouin.
Oh.
A beautiful jazz pianist from Saskatoon. I loved what he was doing, and he offered me my first opportunity to perform jazz with him at the Mosaic Festival here in Regina.
Wow.
So that was it. I was hooked to jazz from that day and took some trainings in France, some trainings in California, in Ontario, Calgary, so I could get better at it and just still love playing jazz.
That's so great. Well, it's very exciting for me to hear that you've got some concerts coming up during the month of October. Mm-hmm. We've got 3 in the month of October. There's 2 in Regina and 1 in Saskatoon. October 16th, Jazz by Women Composers. October 19th, Jazz Time, C'est Magnifique. Mm-hmm. And October 20th with a jazz quartet in Saskatoon. So do you want to just tell us a little bit? We'll pop those dates and times up on the screen, but why don't you talk to us about what sort of music we can listen to this month in October in some jazz?
Well, first, when I got the opportunity to do a show at the library at the Central Branch, I said yes right away because I performed there in the past with different groups, and it's a very nice venue. These concerts are free, first of all, for people to attend.
Yeah, that's great.
And well, I had the opportunity to do one in jazz quartet. Oh. And I played with fantastic musicians from Quebec City, Clément Robichaud. And Clément was interested in playing with me in Saskatchewan, so I said, well, why not take the opportunity, bring him to do this show and get some more opportunities to perform together.
Yeah.
So, and I came up with that idea of featuring women jazz composers, because there's a lot of great ones that we don't hear a lot.
No, I don't really hear much about them at all.
So I will play works from Suzanne Kennelly from Winnipeg. I'll play works from Christine Tassin from Montreal. And actually, Christine will also tour in Saskatchewan later on during this month. And I will play also something from Michel Grégoire, some of my works, and also other female composer and
that sounds really interesting. So you've got the October 16th is Jazz by Women Composers. That's at the Regina Public Library. Mm-hmm. That's going to start at, is it 2 p.m.?
Yes, it's from 2 to 3 p.m. It's only an hour-long concert, this one.
Okay, it's a Sunday afternoon. It's free to attend.
Yes.
Then you've got October 19th, which is a Wednesday. You're playing at the Artisan on 13th Avenue.
Yeah, that's correct. This one will be more French jazz repertoire, because I'm a Francophone, but it will be all presented in a bilingual format. So doesn't matter if you're French or English speaking, you will have a lot of discoveries, and it will be great to chat together and to share the French music with everybody. It will be also a jazz quartet, and I didn't mention my other musicians. I will be also performing all those shows with Matt Kipe, also on bass, who is from Regina, and Chris Wallace, who is a beautiful drummer who lives now in Fort Capel, but who is originally from Regina and toured the world with the best musicians.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And then last but not least, there's also going to be a quartet in Saskatoon on Thursday, October the 20th.
Yes, and for this one, well, I invite everybody to help me out. I want this one to be the greatest show. This is my premiere at the Bassment, and this is really the best jazz venues out there in Saskatoon. So if you have friends and family over there, please invite them to come to my show. They won't regret. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun together.
Well, if you're looking for some fabulous jazz music during the month of October, please make sure you check out Marie-Véronique Bourque with her jazz quartet. She'll be in Regina at the Public Library on 2 p.m. on October 16th, at the Artisan on 13th Avenue on October 19th, and if you happen to be up in Saskatoon, October 20th, make sure to check her out at the Bassment. Thanks for joining us today. It's great to meet you.
Thank you so much, Jill. Have a great one.
Well, that's it for Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for watching this episode.